Hey guys, it's Yamuna and welcome to my ACT cram session. It's currently June 4th and my ACT is on June 13th.
Bruh.
Yeah, 13th. And I haven't studied for it at all. So come lock in with me for the last week before the ACT. I don't want to do this again. I hate watching study vlogs with no audio. So Future Me is gonna voice this over because I realized watching me study isn't very entertaining. Anyway, this is gonna be my second attempt on the ACT. I've taken it before earlier this year and I got a 32 last time. That was without any studying. It sounded good, but then you realize that your friends got 35s and 36s on their first try, so comparison really is a thief of joy. But everyone around me is aiming for perfection, so it's time to raise the bar. Okay, so it's been about 1 hour and it's like 1 a.m. right now, so I'm gonna go to bed and I will come back tomorrow. I came to a cafe to study and I brought my sister with me for emotional support and so that I wouldn't look like a loner. I'm mostly focusing on math this attempt, so I started off reviewing coordinate geometry, especially the stuff involving circles and triangles and all that. I was actually so productive, like 90% of the time, I'd say. I did need a couple breaks here and there, but who doesn't, you know? And after that, I went back to work, and I kept going for about nearly 6 hours. After about 3 hours in, I did kind of get bored of the spot I was sitting at, so I begged my sister for us to move to the other side, especially since it was raining, so it started getting really dark around the spot I was sitting at. So I moved across the cafe, which was kind of awkward, but I kept going after that. At this point, I moved on to reviewing like hyperbolas and parabolas and circles and all those equation like stuff. And it wasn't that hard. I also took a bit of a break to review vectors, which we just learned right before school ended, so that was more of a recap. Also, can we talk about how hard it is to study during the summer? It's genuinely awful. Summer is supposed to be for sleeping in and pretending responsibilities don't exist, but instead I'm voluntarily doing math problems while everyone else is on Instagram and appears to be living their most amazing teen summer. So, life is beautiful. You may be thinking, how is she still not done testing yet? And the answer to that is because I am procrastination final boss. Like, literally final boss. So, listen to me rant about my life as I decorate my plain white notebook. I should probably mention that I'm a very nocturnal person. Like, when people talk about waking up at 6 a.m. to be productive, I honestly can't relate. My brain doesn't even start working until at least noon. So it's really hard for me to study during daytime, so I usually wait until night and I stay up all night. This was actually filmed at 3 p.m. and I woke up at 1 p.m. that day. Okay, I chose my final design, so now I'm gonna copy it down and then I'll show you guys the results. Fast forward to about 6 hours later, and somehow we are officially studying now. And at this point, I reached a stage of studying where my brain just started buffering every few minutes. I moved to the floor because I knew that if I sat on my bed for even 5 more minutes that I was gonna fall asleep. And it's honestly kind of embarrassing how many study methods I've developed simply to prevent myself from accidentally going to sleep. So I made myself a list and started studying. And also, moment for the shirt that my sister bought me from the market. It's so cute. And eventually my dad suggested stepping out to get some ice cream, and honestly, that was all the motivation I needed to start studying again, because every study session deserves a reward, even if it's right in the middle of it, and especially if it's at 11 p.m.
What the dog doing?
Ready to study. I also have a bit of a personal vendetta against trig. Like, who decided triangles need this many rules? When I look at a triangle out in the wild, the only thought I have, if I even have one, is that it's a triangle. Nothing more. I don't care about angles or how long the sides are. It's just a triangle. Also, don't judge the cartoons in the background. I need noise when I study, and music is too distracting, and shows and movies are also the same. And I found that this works perfectly. I'm pretty sure there's even a psych thing we learned about this, but it's so comforting. I did end up taking a bunch of breaks because breaks are important to keep your brain functioning, even if they're on their phone, and even if it takes you a while to recover from them. We have hit the 12 a.m. mark, and my brain's kind of tired, so I'm probably not going to be learning anything new. I'm just going to go over some of the old practice tests and do practice questions until I fall asleep. So, update from the future, I actually did end up falling asleep on the dining table, and I woke up and then I went upstairs to sleep. So it was quite an interesting study session.